Hello, bastards. What's up? We're back again on It's Stuff, the Magnum True Trial podcast. Okay, so part of the main reason I made this podcast was I want to talk about anything and everything I want to talk about. So, we've been talking about a lot of these heavy subjects and shit like that. It was kind of weighing on me. I know it was weighing on you guys. You guys probably were losing a little bit of interest, so I figured, why don't we change it up? And I wanted to change it to a topic that actually might help you guys or might help you guys pass the time and feel better throughout your day. So you guys already saw the title, Top 10 Netflix Movies Out Right Now. I'm talking right this instant. I just went through Netflix. I scrolled through most of all their movies. Okay, not the fucking Bollywood shits and all that, but the essence of it. And I've seen a fuck ton of movies, guys. If you know me, you know that. And I'm here to share. I mean, most of these are just going to be classic good movies, but I'm going to tell you why I like them, how they rank up, and that's about it. Before we do any of that, I want you to sub this, whatever platform you're listening to, sub it. Okay, comment, watching this on YouTube, if it helps you, if it didn't help you, what you'd like to see, topic you'd like me to talk about, opinions you have on just anything. Really just say whatever the fuck you want, but throw me a comment. Like this video if it helped you, help pass the time when you're taking a shit, whatever it is, gave you a good idea, you actually enjoyed one of the movies, go for that. Other than that, you guys can get in contact with me through my socials. You guys know that. They're all in the description or the bio, wherever you're listening, and at magnum.drop@icloud.com. So let's get into the list now. Now, the first one, if you know me, will not surprise you. It's out on Netflix right now. They got a lot of Tarantino movies, but Pulp Fiction. I mean, you just have to go for Pulp Fiction. Samuel L. Jackson, Harvey Keitel, Bruce Willis, John Travolta. I mean, these are big fucking names. 1990s, big time for these guys. Amazing gangster movie, okay, but it's not your typical fucking, Ray Liotta, whatever, gangster movie with De Niro and all that. But it's one of my favorite movies of all time. That's not just being a basic, different person. It's honestly like an amazing movie. I've seen this movie at least 20, maybe 30. Oh, fuck, more than 20. At least 30 times. And it gets better every time. And the first time you watch it, you're not going to understand shit. You got to watch it 2 or 3 times. If you watch it while you're intoxicated of some sort, it's going to be difficult as fuck to follow. But it's got cool aesthetics, cool scenes. I really love it. And one more thing. I'm starting with number 1, because who the fuck wants to wait to number 1 at the end? Okay, if you guys want to get through 4 minutes of this video, I want you to watch Pulp Fiction. That's my number 1. Number 2 movie. Amazing movie. I just watched it 2 nights ago again. Seen it probably 10 times. American History X. Now, if you do tune in to watching American History X after you've watched this podcast, you will know I do look like the character Ed Norton plays, Derek, in the picture, okay? But minus the Nazi shit. I'm not a Nazi. I'm a Jew boy through and through. I just like bald heads and wife beaters. So, don't accuse me of being a fucking Nazi, okay? Fuck you. And that's an amazing movie. I truly love it. Just all the aspects and the aesthetics of it. The black and white flashbacks. All of it. It's truly an amazing movie. I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys. Now, if you're a woman or a girl watching this, it's going to be a little heavy. The topics, I'm not going to kid with you, are fucking heavy. There are heavy imagery in there, okay? It gets a little intense at sometimes for our softer viewers, but I still would recommend it. Amazing movie. If you haven't seen it, okay, you've been thinking about seeing it, go watch it. It's on Netflix. Fucking Ed's awesome in it. Even Edward Furlong, the kid who was in Terminator 2, okay? He's in it. Amazing movie. Alright, number 3. This movie I've watched 5 times, say. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Now, Fear and Loathing is a wild drug ballad of a movie. Okay, and the basic premise is follow this one guy, Raul Duke, and he goes to Las Vegas to be a correspondent for a motocross race. Now what happens is he takes a lot of fucking drugs and gets really fucked up, and shit goes sideways, and this, that, and the other. This is a cooler movie if you are into Hunter S. Thompson. He's basically who the character is based off of, or he is. Johnny Depp went and lived with Hunter S. Thompson before this movie to actually get a proper feel of him to be better for this character. And it's just an overall great movie. I also, tell me what you guys think about this, but I want to make a list of top 10 movies to watch while you're that would be cool if you were high to watch, Because I feel like some of these movies have really interesting dynamics that someone was high watching it, they probably would enjoy it, but I wouldn't know. Inglorious Bastards, number 4. This is another Tarantino, legendary movie. Brad Pitt's awesome in it. The Bear Jew is fucking awesome. Hugo Stiglitz is awesome. Okay, we love Hugo Stiglitz. We love Shoshana. We love all the Jewishness of it. We love all the fucking Nazi characters that get fucked up in it. We love Hans Landa, okay? Amazing character. We like the big Bowie knives, the big machine guns, the big explosions, okay? We like all that shit. So, another Tarantino movie, gonna be gory as fuck for you guys that are a little softer on it, but it's still cool, it's still fun, it's still a good shoot-'em-up movie. Now, this 5th movie I remember watching when it came on demand on, like, Verizon back whenever it came out, 2010 or something? Somewhere in there. And this is an amazing movie. I resonated with me because it talked about junkies, and I've had some experience with junkies and junkies in the family, and the relationship between junkies and someone trying to move forward with their life. And this movie's The Fighter with Christian Bale and Mark Wahlberg. Christian Bale plays Mark Wahlberg's druggy brother, but just has pure talent, this brother. Such a talented individual that he can go run a fucking mile after doing hits of crack and then, and be healthy and, like, able to fucking run and just kill it. And this is an amazing movie. You want to get hyped up? Watch this movie, okay? It gets you in your, not in your feels, in your, like, zone, You get pumped, you're ready to go fucking get in a fight, you're ready to go train, you're ready to go kill some shit, you're ready to go, like, start your life and take advantage of it. I would put this movie higher up, but Pulp Fiction and all the other movies were just so good. Truthfully, most of these movies are some of my favorite movies. I can't even really put them in a list, but, like, Pulp Fiction, I just have to put number 1. But some days, American History X will be number 1 for me, because it's just the movie you need at that time. 6th movie. This one goes with the junkie thing. Trainspotting. It's, this movie's probably the most graphic out of all of them. Okay, a lot of junkie imagery, a lot of needles, a lot of blood, a lot of death, a lot of shit, literal shit, okay? And it's a fucking trip. It's basically about a guy who's going through the life of a heroin addict. And he's going to be on heroin, off heroin, getting off heroin. His friends are on heroin. He gets clean. He gets fucking high again. And it's just this dynamic that he has to play being a fucking junkie and not being a junkie. And he's kind of in the middle of it, and he doesn't know what to do, but his friends pull him in, then he pulls away from them, but then they find him, and it's really just a cool fucking movie. A lot of cool imagery, okay, cool sayings. There's some amazing quotes. Choose Life, that's an amazing quote by him, the main character in the movie. And I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. I've seen it 2 or 3 times now, and I've enjoyed it every time. It's gross, though. You're gonna definitely cringe, alright? Next one. This one's a classic. American Psycho. Christian Bale again. I fucking love Christian Bale, okay? No homo, but he's a fucking fire-ass dude. And, in this movie, I don't really know what happens. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's just insane. I've seen it probably 4 times now, and every time I watch it, you're just like, wait, I thought I had a handle on this. And then, nope, no handle. So, it's definitely it's a little bit of a gory movie, that's for sure, but it's also a mind-boggling movie. You also kind of delve into the psyche of this man, and you're trying to understand all his characteristics, and you don't really know it's real, you don't really know it's fake, but I found immense enjoyment in watching him fuck motherfuckers up with the hatchet, Like, I mean, you guys can figure it out when you see it, and the guy has a knife in the, cover art. Yeah, it's a gory movie. He's a psycho, okay, but at the end, you're going to question everything you thought was going on in the movie, and it's basically a mind fuck. Now, number 8's just a straight-up classic. I didn't put it before the last movie because, I don't know, this was more of an overall enjoyment factor of a list. It wasn't best movies of all time, worst movies, most fun movies, most engaging. No, this is just overall best, most entertaining, best movies that I enjoyed to watch. Taxi Driver. Now, this movie's long. It's probably about 3 hours or so long, which makes it a little tough for us to watch when we're going through our day, but at the same time, It's got some really cool imagery. Robert De Niro is fucking awesome in it. The guy, a lot of these are actually mindfuck movies. Maybe I'm trying to figure out my own psyche by watching all these movies, and I hope I don't relate to a lot of these fuckers, but who knows. And it really just delves into the idea of this guy he's just a lonely motherfucker, but he's got some crazy ideas. And he gets fucking organized, and he straightens out, and that's what's kind of cool. And you have to see, like, for me at least, in a lot of these characters, you have to see what you like about them, and then you know the obvious shit, them killing people and being fucking lunatics, you aren't really going for it. But at some point, you see, like, this is how this person organized his life. And if I copy that, I can force myself kind of to play that hand. And, like, it'll create a reaction. You know, one cause creates a reaction. So, that's Taxi Driver for you. I would go watch it. It's 3 hours long, but if you got 3 hours, you got a late night, you're just bored, you don't really know what to do, you're a little out of it, go take a trip to watch Taxi Driver on Netflix, and it will be enjoyable. You will like it, but you got to push through. You can't just, watch it for 15 minutes and not be into it. Like, you gotta be ready. Like, all right, I'm gonna commit. Like, no, you're gonna commit at least an hour and a half. If you don't like it after an hour and a half, well, you're too far fucking in, and don't stop. This last one I watched twice, I believe, and it just was a cool overall, like, aesthetic movie. It had a cool storyline to it, and it's The Place Beyond the Pines. And this has Ryan Gosling in it, and it goes from, like, the 80s, and then fast forward to his son. Okay, so he has a child in the film. And it fast forwards to, like, his son in the 2000s and the reactions. I don't want to spoil any of it for you guys, but if you're a girl, you know Ryan Gosling's fucking amazing. And if you're a guy, you know that Ryan Gosling with a face tattoo can have some cool fucking meanings and aesthetics. And the guy does tote a fucking gun, so this isn't a little... this isn't The Notebook. This isn't anything like that. Like, no, he's hard and heavy. Eva Mendes is in it, so you got a little eye candy while you're watching. She's cute. And that's it. He's a fucking psycho, too. All these guys are psychos. But that's, I guess, what just makes these movies so fucking awesome, because they delve so far into the psyche of a little bit of a lunatic. But at the same time, if you're able to look there and see, like, fuck, if I just had an ounce less of self-control, I could be, like, one of those guys, If I didn't, like, have this, that, and the other propping me up, like, maybe you could fall into that vacuum. So it's kind of cool. You learn about the person, you learn about yourself, you understand. I don't know, I feel like you learn a little bit about human nature when you watch these movies. And also Bradley Cooper's in it, so that's a plus. And last thing, I'm not going to call these bitches films, okay? This is at you, Dale. I'm not calling them films, because they aren't films to me. They're fucking movies, and I enjoy them like they're movies. I learn from them like they're movies, and I'm not going to call them films, okay? If they're digital, they're called movies. Actually, Taxi Driver probably could be called a film. A few of these could be called films, but fuck it. They're movies to me. Now, the 10th one I just put in there because it's fucking Rocky. Right, Rocky? I don't know how many times I've seen Rocky. My opinion, they have all the Rockies on there, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. We love Rocky here at It's Tough, the Magnum True Job podcast. Our favorite Rocky of all time is Rocky 4, okay? Ivan Drago is the worst, and we love him for it, okay? We love watching him get injected with testosterone. We love watching Rocky tread through the snow. We love everything about Rocky 4, but Rocky 1, 2, and 3 are much needed to get us to Rocky 4, thus making Rocky 1 one of the most important movies of all time and making it number 10 on our list. I sound like Watch Mojo there. Okay. So now I'm just going to throw you guys some honorable mentions so that if you burn through all these or you've seen half of them, you got a few other movies to think about. Schindler's List, another 3-4 hour long epic. Okay, I mentioned in one of my podcasts, it's about the Holocaust, this guy who saves Jews during the Holocaust. It's pretty fucking interesting. Liam Neeson's in it. And, it's Liam Neeson in the 90s. Like, this guy's a boss in it. I really enjoy it. It's got some cool themes, but it is heavy, it's long, and it's black and white. So those things detracted it. That's why I didn't put it on the list, But still, it's worth taking a look at. Rain Man, another classic movie. If you haven't seen Rain Man, it's pretty fun. It's got some Hangover. Well, if you've seen The Hangover, and when... what's his name? Alan goes and counts cards. They rip off the Rain Man scene. Rain Man is Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman. They're brothers, but the one brother is actually a bit of a fucking retard, but he's actually autistic, so he's got his goods, or his, like, super smart, and his times when he's a little bit special. And then you got Tom Cruise, is kind of just like a hustler, and they hustle in it. And it's a cool movie about two brothers, and it's an enjoyable movie. It's in the 80s, so, you know, but it's not, it's an amazing movie, actually, but I didn't want to put it on the list. Gangs of New York, this movie's pretty fucking good. Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio, what's the fuck's her name? What's her name? Cameron Diaz, okay, so, you know, it's kind of fun. You kind of enjoy watching it, and it's got some cool themes. It's also long as shit, too. It's pretty long. It's like three hours or so, but it's good. It's exciting. It's action-packed, but it's not... for me, at least, I didn't feel a relationship with, like, my psyche and all that. You know, I didn't feel that deep character development. It was more kind of, you know, you kill this guy, you kill that guy. Sort of played out. But it was still good. Can't fucking read that. Dallas Buyers Club. That's a good-ass movie. But, I mean, you know, there's a lot of AIDS. There's a lot of needles, shit like that. We aren't really into that here. It's tough. But it is a good-ass movie. It's not as good as any of these movies, but it's still enjoyable. You know, I still like watching it. And that's it. The Ocean's Trilogy. That's just a fun movie to watch if you're trying to waste time and get through the day. But other than that, that's really it. That's my top 10 list. If you stopped before I did the honorable mentions, that's fine. Go check them out. They're really exciting, or they're really good, and it's live right now. I'm talking Netflix today. You can go watch all of these movies. So it's not like the, top 10 that's fucking 3 months ago and none of them are on there. No. Go check it out, okay? Tell me if you want to make other versions of this. I think that could be cool. I think that could be fun, you know, a little bit different. But I want to keep them up to date with Netflix because most of us kids have Netflix, and that's the fun shit to do. Okay, this has been a long-ass video, my longest video by far. So at this point, I'm just going to end it and say I hope you fuckers have an amazing day. Go follow me on my socials, and that's it. All right.